Michelle again with Forward Fit and Well. Today I wanted to bring you a postnatal friendly workout. Specifically, this workout is going to help you to regain your strength, especially core strength, mobility, things like that. Some of the things that we have a tendency to lose with all the pregnancy hormones and everything, and especially for ladies who had to get a C-section. So things that you definitely want to avoid during this period of time, and it actually could last a long time, are things like crunches and sit-ups, anything that pulls on the ab muscles too much. A lot of us suffer from diastasis recti, which is a separation of the ab muscles, because we got to make room for the baby. And so a lot of these exercises are going to be helping to regain that strength, help to heal those ab muscles to come back together. And that can be, for honestly, ladies of any shape or size or background, it just really depends on how much separation that you might have. So, you also want to avoid things like planks for now, although I will show you a variation on that. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with a warm-up. We're going to start with some high knees, so just a nice high knee march, just bringing those knees up. Okay, you'll see I have a chair here. If you need balance, we are going to be doing some squats later, so you can also use the chair for either squat balance or for doing a chair squat. I did bring a mat here because we will be doing a little bit of floor work, but we're not using any weights right now, okay? Okay, we're going to do some hip openers. A lot of us have issues with our hips during and after pregnancy. I certainly did, so you definitely want to make sure our hips are nice and mobile. Okay, so I'm just bringing the knee up and out, up and out. Good. Just warming up, just lubricating those muscles, those joints. Okay, we're going to take it to abduction. So this is a hip lift or a leg lift. We're doing a straight leg lift. Again, if you need to hold on to something, you can. Nice and straight. You're lifting from the hip. Don't tilt over. Okay, you want to work on that balance as well. Switch sides. Good. Anytime you need a little balance check, hold on to something, it's all good. Let's do some good morning. So you can put your hands across the chest or behind your ears, your choice, but essentially we are hinging back from the hips. Knees are slightly bent, always a soft knee, you don't want to lock them out. Nice gentle stretch of the glutes and the hamstrings. Let's do a couple more. Good. Arm chasers, like a back stroke. Lubricating those shoulder joints. Let's go ahead and reverse that. I'm going to do some huggers. Okay, open up wide and hug yourself. Wide and hug. Wide and hug. A couple more. We're going to do what's called a total body extension. Okay, I'm turned sideways so you can see. We're going to do a slight squat, reaching the arms behind, flat back. Stand it all the way up and reach. Okay, so arms back, up and reach, onto your tippy toes if you can. that's our warm up. So what we're going to be doing is a variety of different types of movements that will help to increase your strength. We'll be doing 3 rounds of each of these exercises. Okay, the rep recommendation is anywhere from 10 to 15. Okay, I'm going to start with 10. If you're feeling good, you want to shoot for that 15, go right ahead. First thing we're going to do is body weight squats. Okay, I'm going to turn sideways again so you can see. Just like we did in those good mornings, you want to hinge those hips back and sit into the heels. Okay, so when I mention that chair, it's as if you're sitting back into a chair and come up. Okay, so if you're comfortable with that, you don't need the chair, great. If you need the chair, feel free to use it as a great tool for practicing your squats. Let's go ahead and do 10 of these. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, you may notice my squats are relatively deep. If you can't quite get that low and you're just here, that's okay. I'm not worried about the depth right now. Okay, the most important thing, again, is that you're weighted in the heels. Notice that my knees are actually slightly turned out, or my feet are slightly turned out, and you want to take the knees over the toes. Okay, we'll get into that again in a minute. Move my chair. Next is going to be a body weighted single leg deadlift. Okay, so you're going to balance. I'm going to balance here on my left leg, slight bend in the knees, and we're just going to hinge forward, bringing the back leg up. Okay, now you may not be able to get as far as me. Maybe you're just right here, and that's okay. Key tips: keeping that back toe pointed down. Don't open it up, okay? Because then we're not working the right things. We're trying to work the glutes, working our hip hinges. So again, right here. Okay, let's shoot for 10 of these, okay? Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Switching sides. Remember, keeping that soft knee, back toe pointed down to the ground. You want to keep the hips square. All right, you may have noticed my wobble there. You may have one side that's stronger than the other. That's okay. You may not be able to go as deep on one side than the other. Doesn't matter. Do the best that you can, okay? Again, let's do 10 on this side. And that's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, remember those abductions we did in our warm-up. We're going to do them again here, 10 on each side, building up to 15 if you can, okay? So again, don't tilt the torso. You want to keep the torso up and down. We're going to do 10 on each side. So here we go. You can hold on to something for balance if you need to. Otherwise, five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do 10 on the other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Okay, we're going to do those 3 exercises 2 more times, okay? So take a little breather. Take a little water break there. All right, going back to squats. Let's do 10 more squats using the chair or body weight. Here we go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Anytime if you need to take a little extra rest, push that pause button, come back in. Otherwise, we're gonna move into our single leg deadlifts on each side, okay? 10 on each side. Here we go. Get that balance first, and then hinge. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other leg. Balance first. Here we go. 10 on this side. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, onto abductions. 10 on each side. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take to the other side. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, again, take a little break here in between sets. We've got 1 more sets of the squats, single leg deadlifts, and your abductions, okay? Let's take a deep breath. All right, 1 more set of squats. 10, here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Single leg deadlifts, 10 on each side. May need to slow it down a little bit for that balance, especially as we get fatigued. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Make sure that toe is still pointed down. 3, 2, and 1. Rock on. 10 on the other side. Balance first. Here we go. 9. Whoop, missed it there. 8, 7. You guessed it, this is my weaker side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quick note about those single leg deadlifts. Try not to fall out of it. If you need to slow it down for that control. And again, the back foot doesn't have to come up very far at all, okay? All right, and our abductions. All right, here we go. 10, 9, whoop, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Same thing with the abductions. You may not be able to go as quickly as I do. You may need to slow it down a little bit, or maybe you can only lift it this high. That's okay. Keep working at it. You'll get that hip mobility, hip flexibility to increase, okay? All right. Next up, we're gonna work on some upper body, okay? So, push-ups, planks, these kinds of things as you're healing postnatal. And again, this doesn't have to be for just postnatal. This can also be for people who struggle getting up and off the ground. You can do wall push-ups or wall planks, and that's what I'm going to demonstrate first. I'm going to demonstrate it on a chair first, and I'm going to show you kind of what it looks like on a wall. I don't really have a good wall here, but you'll get the gist of it. So we're going to be doing push-ups, but they're elevated, okay? So if I'm doing it on a chair, first of all, make sure that it's stable. It's not going to go anywhere. We still want to make sure that our hip is nice and straight, right, with the rest of our body. We don't want to be here. Don't want our butt sticking up. Nice and straight here. Have a good grip, and you're just going to push up into the chair. Okay, releasing those elbows. You may only be able to go this far. That's okay. If you want to start on the wall, here's my pretend wall. Okay, notice the position of where my arm is in relation to my chest. It's not too high. We're not way up here. Okay, we're not way down here. Notice where it is lined up with my shoulder. It's still nice and straight as we do our push-ups, okay? So, I'm gonna go ahead and try it again on the chair. We're gonna be doing 10 of these, okay? So here we go. Nice straight on the hips. Try to keep your core pulled in. We're doing 10. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, very nice. Okay, now what we're going to be doing is a wall sit, okay? I'm going to use my fake wall over here. Moving my chair. For the wall sit, ideally you want to get down to 90 degrees if you can. Okay, 90 degrees meaning the knees right here. As we're doing this wall sit, what I want you to think about, we're also going to be doing some pelvic floor exercises, okay? These are really, really important, especially in postnatal recovery, all right? So you want to think about like you're holding your pee, right? You're holding it in. And then you want to think about it as if it's an elevator. So you want to go all the way up, come back down to the second floor, and then release completely. So we're going to be holding this wall sit for 20 seconds, okay? As we're doing our pelvic floor exercise. It'll take some getting used to, but trust me, this is going to help in the long run. So we're going to be doing the wall sit for 20 seconds. So go ahead and get into position. 3, 2, here we go. 20-second wall sit. As we're contracting, coming up to the second floor, back down, all the way up. Second floor, back down. Good, good, good. You have 10 more seconds. And rest, very good. Ooh, shake those legs out. Now we're gonna be doing our wall plank, okay? So same thing like with the push-up, you wanna make sure that the arm's not too high or too low, okay? Should be lined up nice and straight. If you need to, you can slightly bend the elbow a little bit in your wall plank, okay? And again, we're just gonna be holding this for 20 seconds, keeping that core pulled in nice and tight. So, go Go ahead and get to your wall. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, holding that wall plank. For 20 seconds. 10 more seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Like my miming of the wall there. Okay. Last thing is down dog at the wall, okay? So down dog, you do want to bring the arms a little bit lower. You're going to step back, and basically you're going to be hinging back on the hips. You're going to feel that nice stretch, okay, all the way up the hamstrings and the glutes. And you just want to hold here about 20 seconds, but essentially enough for nice 5 deep breaths, okay? So here we go. Inhale. And release. Okay, that one should feel really nice. All right. Let's go back to our wall push-ups, okay? Come to my fake wall right here, my chair. 10 push-ups. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, going to our wall sit. Find your wall of choice. We're going to sit. We're going to be doing those pelvic floor exercises, okay? Get ready. 3, 2, and sit. All right. Doing those pelvic floor exercises. As if you're contracting, holding it in. Release it to level 2, all the way down. Almost there, 5 seconds, all the way up. Release it to level 2, and all the way out. Good, we're done. Let's do our wall plank. Okay, a fake wall. Here we go. 20 seconds, holding the core in, still breathing. And rest, very good. Last one is our down dog on the wall. I'm gonna do it off the chair this time. It is the same thing. It's like you're planking a little lower. We're just hinging the hips back, pushing into the wall forward, and breathing. Two more deep breaths. Very good. All right. Let's do that one more time, starting with our wall push-ups. Okay. On my fake wall, 10 push-ups. Here we go. 8. Sorry for the background noise. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, next up is our wall sit. So I'm sitting to a wall sit, doing our pelvic floor exercises. Contracting, releasing to level 2, release all the way. Contract, level 2, release. Good, come on up. Okay, let's do our wall plank. Still keeping those hips nice and straight. Okay, your arm shouldn't be too high. Good, come on up. And our down dog on the wall. 5 deep breaths. Hinging the hips way back. And breathe. Give me 2 more breaths. All right, so that was our 3rd set of those. So for any of these movements, whether we're talking about the push-up or the wall sit, those can be pretty challenging. So if you need to start with only 5 reps or 5 seconds on the wall sit as you build up your strength, that's great, okay? You know, a lot of these movements can be challenging, especially as you're recovering postnatally. So just do the best you can, you know, do as much as you can, all right? All right, so last section, we're gonna do some stuff on the ground. Move my chair. All right, first thing we're gonna do is glute bridges, okay? You are gonna lay flat on the ground. We want your hips to be about, or your knees to be about hip width apart. So if you have like a yoga block or something, I don't have one here, but let's just pretend that this is the yoga block. You can put that in between your knees as a spacer, okay? So you just squeeze the block between your knees to keep the knees from collapsing into each other, okay? Otherwise, you're gonna lay all the way back, feet flat on the ground, keep the core contracted, abs pulled in, okay? And we're gonna be pushing up and squeezing our glutes at the top for 15, okay? Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good. While we're down here, we're going to be doing windshield wipers. So for windshield wipers, I like putting my arms all the way out to the sides. Okay, and you want to try to keep your shoulders on the ground. I find having my arms all the way out helps that. You're going to bend your knees. Should be about 90 degrees here, 90 degrees here. And you're going to be like a windshield wiper. Okay, taking the knees side to side. We're going to aim for 10 on each side or 20 total. Okay? Again, you're trying not to let the shoulders come up. So you may not be able to go very far. And that's okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, finally, we're going to do side planks, okay? So a number of different ways to do side planks, different modifications. If you've done yoga before, you're probably familiar with coming all the way up onto the wrists, stacking the feet. You can have hands up. If you're just starting or just starting over, you can always come to your elbows. And you can either stack the feet together or have the feet lined up side by side, or you can come to your knee. Okay, you can start here. Okay, beginner level right here. Right? And you're just going to be holding the side plank 10 seconds on each side, okay? All right, get into position. 3, 2, 1. Full plank, elbow plank, knee plank, whichever. 3, 2, good. Switch sides. Come on, timer. Get ready in 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Hold in any plank that works for you. And rest. All right, very good. So that was an example of one of my postnatal workouts. But again, it can also be for people who just need some help doing some gentle ab core strengthening exercises. Maybe you're coming back from injury or illness or something like that. But this is a program, or this type of programming is what I do for my postnatal clients, so I hope it helps you too. Thanks. Hope to see you next time.